right, so we're going to talk about my 2023 Ford Raptor 37 performance package that I just got. For those of you that have been following the channel, you know that I just sold my Porsche, and I also sold my Ram 1500 that had some Fox 2.5 inch coilovers on it and some Camberg upper control arms, eco diesel, great truck. And now it's time for something new, and this is what we ended up with. So it's got the carbon package, it's got the 37 performance package, all the other little bells and whistles really. The only thing it doesn't have is the factory bed liner, which I need to get a bed liner in there. But everything else on it is pretty much fully loaded and ready to roll. So today is the first time I've actually taken this thing out and stretched its legs a little bit. For me at least, I've never had an off-road vehicle, so I've been in side-by-sides, obviously ride dirt bikes, and so I'm familiar with like being out on the dirt and stuff, but not in a truck, not like this at all. So check out the video and see what you think. I'm gonna give you my first impressions, just kind of driving it and then taking it out on the dirt for the first time, which is just mind-blowing. And yeah, this thing is pretty cool, so enjoy the video. We are driving the truck now and getting a little bit used to it. It's daylight out instead of night, so we can see the truck. I'm gonna go ahead and take it just to a little local spot just to get some photos, maybe get a little bit of exterior video footage, real short clips, just an intro to the truck. And yeah, the thing's, that's pretty amazing. It's definitely, it's bigger. First impressions, it's bigger than my Ram by a long shot. Interior and exterior wise, just feels like you're king of the road driving one of these things with the wide body and just the stoutness and the height that the 37s bring to it. It's a big truck, it's pretty cool. Very first thing that I noticed is, besides when you sit in the driver's seat, the seats are incredibly plush and just really comfortable. I love them so far. I didn't think that I could get more comfy seats in the Ram because I really just love that truck, and this is a whole nother level of comfort, so that's pretty cool. The steering wheel feel, it's very big and round, and so that's pretty obvious, something that's very noticeable. And then the basically the dash or infotainment system is huge on the 23s, and it has the full screen functionality, which is pretty cool, giving you a full screen on your dash, I guess. So I'll show you what that looks like. So yeah, you've got your full screen on the infotainment screen, and then you've got all your gizmos and gadgets here. So you've got your drive mode selections down on the right, which is pretty cool. And then you've also got the adjustments that everyone has seen on the steering wheel. So you can do your exhaust, your suspension, your steering input, and you can go from comfort mode to sport mode to normal mode for steering and to Baja, and then same with the exhaust modes, and then yeah, the suspension as well for rigidity. So it is noticeable, especially when you go to Baja mode. That changes the whole truck up, and I'll show you guys that when we get there. The gauge clusters, they're all digital readouts, which is cool. The shifters are amazing. The metal, a real quick fire feeling. Sounds like a Nissan GTR when you get it up into the revs, which you guys will see in a moment when we get on the throttle out here and I get a video from outside of the truck. But yeah, the presence of the truck is just cool. Haven't ever owned a truck that has like just a blatant presence like this one, and it's really comfortable. The wireless CarPlay is amazing. I know that's on a lot of vehicles these days. I really like that feature. It's pretty cool just because it makes getting in and out of the truck for what I do every day, having to plug in, do texts and calls and listening to podcasts and stuff, just that much easier. So I like and appreciate that feature a ton. I know that the 23s do not have the heated steering wheel. My understanding is that they are actually plumbed for the heater elements, or the heating elements in the steering wheel, but it's not hooked up to the ECU. So that is something that you can potentially navigate with a custom ECU that basically puts the OEM Ford stuff back into it from the 22s and 21s. So I might explore that route because I do like heated steering wheels. And then my understanding is that the 23s do not have the Torsen front end differential as well. So they say that the electronic braking is better in utility, but I don't know if that's believable. But it definitely didn't reduce the price on the sticker on the truck. So let's see. The sound system is good. It's not mind-blowing. Like my wife has a Volvo XC90, and it is by far the best sound system I've ever heard in my life. This truck is good. It's about as good as my Ram was. The Ram had the Harman Kardon, and this one has, what is it, the whatever, B&O. I forgot what the specific name is, but I think it's German. But yeah, it's pretty close, but doesn't even compete with the Volvo. It is cool having the speakers in the headrests, but you only really hear them or notice them if you turn your head sideways. So I don't know if that's like good utility or not. I had a 2020 Ford F-150, just a Lariat, with quite a bit of upgraded features, but and you guys can see my videos from that truck in the past. This truck is completely different. This is Ford's rendition of a luxury vehicle for sure, for an off-road truck at least. You can do all the active modes like on the fly. So if I want to change to quiet exhaust, way quieter, go to normal, sport, you can hear it a little bit more, and then Baja. Yeah, you can hear it. It's got a lot of sound deadening inside, so outside it sounds wicked, especially with the shifts and stuff. It sounds like they say, like a GTR. I got the panoramic sunroof, the carbon fiber package, which is funny because it's cool, but it doesn't even look like real carbon fiber to me. It looks like fake carbon weave, but it is real, and it's carried throughout the truck in a couple of the spots. I don't know if it's worth the extra money for the package, but this one had it, so I'm pumped on that. And I do need to get a bed liner, spray-in bed liner from Ford. This one, it doesn't have that. You got all the aux hookups here, which is really good. You got 6 available aux setups, which is really cool. And then all the buttons for your sunroof, your back window and such. And yeah, it's been pretty cool experience getting used to this truck so far. So for me, I wanted to get the 37 performance package specifically, and the 23 model was, I guess, ideal. I was open to the 22 and a 21 model as well. Whoa, that was weird. It's a Ford, so it's probably gonna have problems. But I got a driver rest. Oh, I know why. I'm swerving a little bit. So it says driver rest recommended with inconsistent steering. But I'm like looking around, pushing all the buttons, so I should probably keep my hand on the wheel. But yeah, I wanted the 37 performance package for a few reasons, and the 23 was just an added bonus as long as I found it at the right price, and I'll go over that stuff in the video today. But the 23 has the full screen infotainment, which I know that there's an update for the 22 and 21s that is out, I believe now. I know some people have it, so you can get that on those models as well. I also like the fact that the 23 had just a brand new option, I guess, or setup. A 22 37 performance package with the Torsen front end and the heated steering wheel probably would have been the play for sure, but I just couldn't find one for the price that I got this new 23 for, and also in the color. This is an agate black. I don't know how they pronounce it, but it's definitely a color that I like, and I didn't like the really dark blue and Atlas blue and Code Orange. Those aren't really my favorite ones. I know a lot of people like them, but just not for me. I like Azure Gray, Oxford White, Black, and what was the other off-white one? I forget what it's called. Avalanche Gray. That one's cool too. So I'll get out when we park here and just do a little walk around, tell you how much we got the truck for and what that process looked like. And yeah, then we'll go into more depth on the video. All right, so we are out here in a little spot that I like to go to. We're gonna go ahead and turn the thing over to from normal. So look, we got sport mode, tow haul mode, slippery mode, and then you've got your off-road mode, and then Baja mode. And then also you have, let's see what this one is. Rock crawl mode, which is cool too. So we'll go to Baja mode. Now let's see, we got a phone call coming in. Let me check it out real quick. All right, one thing I gotta check out too is I don't know how to turn. So when you go into Baja mode, the truck puts your forward trail cam on, which is awesome for Baja moding. But I don't know, I don't know how to turn off the camera and go back to the screen. So let's see. Oh, just like that. Okay, cool. So you press this button up here, boom. And then let's see if traction control off. All right, so I think we should be good to check this thing out. Let's see here. See how it goes. My first little jaunt here. We're gonna go up this little hill here and see how she does. Oh yeah. Get her a little muddy. Just the little things, that's so fun. All right, so there's a section here with some whoops, basically, and I'm gonna roll through them and then kind of see how it feels. I don't know, I haven't done this stuff before. So these are like not rolling whoops, these are pretty tight, kind of like dirt bike whoops, really. It's definitely soft, that's crazy. This thing's nuts, man. You just goes wherever you want. I've never had a truck that can do all this stuff. Like, I know it's probably not saying much, but I mean, this is, for how big these are, this thing just sits on them, no big deal. Oh my gosh, that is so sick. All right, so for me, this is the first time I've ever been in a vehicle that can just kind of like handle bumps. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the video on so you guys can see. It's not crazy, but these are little tight rolling whoops for basically for moto. Thing's crazy. Just parked on the side of this super steep hill. This is just nuts. This thing, look at that. Obviously I've never wheeled before, but it's unreal what these things can do. Okay, this thing's nuts. I'm gonna cruise pretty chill. I'm gonna show you a little bit about what this thing can do. It's incredible. Like, I mean, we can just smash through these things like no big deal. So I'll make sure. Whoa. Oh my. This is crazy. Like, I've never experienced this on anything aside from maybe a side-by-side, but jeez, man, this is nuts. So much fun. Wow. Little bumps, no big deal. Just rallies, dude. This is crazy. It's not even remotely unsettled. Like, I'm blown away right now. Some of my tracks coming in. Wow. And then look, there's, I can go over these. These are real deep, so I'm gonna take it easy. But holy Toledo, this thing is insane. Now I get why people buy these, 100%. Like, yeah, this is sick. Not even phased. What the? I don't get this. This is crazy. Wow. I'm blown away. Blown away. All right, so now you guys have seen a little bit of my first impressions. I'll tell you a little bit about the truck and how I ended up finding it. I've been looking for maybe like a month or so. When I go and find a new vehicle or get a new project idea or something like that, I kind of dive full on. And so I found trucks all over the nation, some really great people in the community looking to help me find what I was looking for. I was open to the 21, 22, and 23, 37 performance package. Contemplated doing a standard 35, just an OE 35-inch Raptor, and then putting 37s on it. But finding out that the 37 package actually has a little bit different frame setup and a little bit different dampener setup. I wanted to stick with the 37 for sure and keep that thing as is, because it's better built for the 37. So it's got the larger rear frame support, apparently a larger diameter damper in the struts in the front, I believe, as well as the rear, if I understand. I'm still learning kind of what the differences are. And then you've got a different frame mount underneath to accommodate the 37-inch spare wheel, so it fits flush without having to adjust or tuck it up under like you do with the 37s. And then, I don't know, I've heard that the transmission is tuned a little bit differently on the 37 package. I don't know if that's true. You guys can comment, let me know, but I just didn't want to risk having resale go down, warranty coverage issues, things like that. And I just wanted to get the 37 package as is. So I found this one in Bozeman, Montana through an auto broker. It's brand new. A guy ordered it, didn't even touch it. I got it with 280 miles on it. So brand new, sat at the warehouse, drove off the lot to his storage facility pretty much, and sat there, and I ended up buying it for $95,000, which is a pretty good deal given the dealer markups on the 37 packages are around, typically you see them from like 98 to 112 grand new, depending on where you're at. I saw them as high as 113 in Arizona and 120 in California. So depending on where you're at. So 95, I know it's a lot for this truck. MSRP on it's like 89. So about 6K over, which is in this market pretty good. And I think it'll hold, obviously it's gonna go down in value, but I think it'll hold value reasonably well just because there's not as many of the 37 performance packages on the market. When I go to resell, that just kind of helps sustain value since I don't keep cars super long. But yeah, this thing is nasty, it's wicked. So check out the video. It's my first time off-roading in a truck, and in short, I am like flabbergasted. I didn't know they made stock trucks that could do this. So hopefully you guys follow along the channel, enjoy my dirt bikes, real estate, cars and stuff, and follow my Instagram if you want, and talk to you guys soon.